Recently, people have to get every single subscription service just to watch their favorite TV show and films. However, you don't have to do that. We have alternatives online which can let you watch these things for free. Now, when I used to use these things, I think it was 123 Movies was the most popular, but a while ago I found a better alternative that is superior in almost every way. It's called popcorntime. What popcorntime is a piece of software you install on your computer. It's not online, which lets you watch these things for free without any ads at all. Now, it's a piece of open source software. What that means is anyone can come, read the code, and make sure it's fully legit and has no malware or anything like that. However, when it comes to being open source, that means anyone can read it, which is a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing about it is anyone can come along and copy the code, release it, but then add some evil changes like adding malware, which can steal your information and install even more malware on your computer. So you want to make sure you get the right one. But how can you know you're getting the right one? There is a tool which is installed pretty much on every Windows machine, every Windows 11 machine, and most Windows 10 already. It's called winget. Now, what winget does is it lets you install programs directly in Windows without needing to go to like the sites for them. Now, this has many benefits. One of them being, the software you're getting is legit because it has to be verified before it can be uploaded. And then you don't have to go to the people's website to get it. So if you search on Google popcorn time, you won't know which one is the correct one, but through winget, it will automatically do all the information, getting the right one for you. And let's say you want to install many things at once, you can easily automate this. But of course, it's a bit more advanced. But the main takeaway from this is winget lets you install things directly through Windows without needing to go on any website at all, meaning you will be 100% getting the correct one. Now, using winget is a bit technical at first, but once you get the gist of it, it's actually very simple. So to start off with, we're going to go on your Windows machine. Now this is on Windows 11 and also on Windows 10. It's on all Windows 11, but not all Windows 10. So just be careful of that. I'm going to be assuming you have it installed to make things easier. So we're going to press the Windows button and type cmd, and this should open up the command prompt. Now we're going to type winget. This might be a little bit confusing. Let me just quickly zoom this in. Now, this is a command line interface tool, which means all the way you interact with this software is completely by writing in this terminal right here, which is quite a bit technical for most people, but I'm gonna walk you through it. So when you type winget, it shows you the help menu, which shows you every single command that you can do. And let's say I want more information on a specific command. I just do winget and then the command, for example, let's do install. It brings you all the possible options of how you can use this. Now I can understand this is very technical, but there are two main commands you need to know: winget search and winget install. Using them is very simple. You type winget search, followed by the command or the program you want to install. So in this case, popcorn time. It will automatically search through its databases and find the one you want. So here we have popcorntime RU, and a 64-bit version of popcorntime. Now, the way you install it is you copy this ID here. So select it by holding left click and dragging across. Then press Ctrl C, which will copy it and then also deselect the text. Now we type winget install. And now you press Ctrl V, which will paste it in. After this, you just press enter. This will automatically do all of the installation for you and make sure you get the most up-to-date version. It will automatically, go through the setup process most of the time, unless the application isn't correctly configured. But 99% of the time, everything will be done for you. So all you have to do is run these two commands, and the program is completely installed without any further action. So to start, we're gonna press the Windows button again and tap popcorn time, and then we're going to load it up. Historically, popcorn time does take a lot of time to initially load up, for example after you restart your computer, but if I were to close it after I've already opened it and put it back up again, it should immediately come up again. However, it's taking its time. Now when you initially install popcorn time, there might be an issue. For example, it might say the servers aren't available. This is quite understandable because, well, this is technically illegal. You streaming it is a gray area, but the people who are hosting these things, that is illegal. So they might be often be taken down. But to get it back, usually a pop-up will come up on the top right asking you whether you want to restart because the servers have updated. If that's not the case, you can go to your settings, scroll down until you see API servers. This is where Popcorn Time gets its content from. So what you can do is select on each one and then just go through each one, and after you do that, press reset and check if it works. If none of these work, you might have to possibly update Popcorn Time. And the way you can do that is by typing in winget update, and then I believe is just typing the same identifier as before. And it says we're on the newest version, which is good, and that's it. So I'm going to close out of this, and as you can see, everything works here. There is completely no ads, nothing like that. You can just watch it as is. I can select high quality. I can select subtitles if I want, but I'll need to connect to Open Subtitles. Open Subtitles is legit, so don't worry about that. It's a way of openly distributing subtitles for different films and movies. So that means you don't have to pay for them, essentially. It's open. Anyone can look at them. So you can select which one you want, but this is a bit more technical. For most people, you're going to just select the quality you want and press watch now. There is one important thing I did miss out when I was initially recording this video, and that is that you can actually stream from your computer to your TV, for example. So if you go on the thing you want to watch, you can press on this up arrow here, and I think what's this help button? Okay, so it supports all of these. It supports Chromecast, AirPlay, and whatever that is. So what will happen is you can press the up arrow here, and your device should pop up. If it doesn't pop up, just press refresh. And unfortunately, if it doesn't come up here after refreshing, it's very unlikely that your device supports streaming this way. But once you've selected the device, you can just press watch now, and it will automatically stream it to your TV, for example. So I used to do this all the time. When I didn't have, like, on Apple TV, you can also get Popcorn Time on there. It's a bit more technical though. Like you need the Mac as well to install it on there. So you can get Apple TV on other devices, not just your computer. You can get it on your phone, specifically on Android. I think you can get on iOS, but you need to hack your phone essentially. So pretty much not on iOS. You can on Android and some other platforms, but it's a bit more technical to install it on those. I think PC is definitely the easiest way to do it. And all you need to do is just press the up arrow, select your device, and press watch now. As a last resort, if you do not have access to, if your device doesn't support this streaming ability, what you can do is simply, plug a HDMI into your TV and then into your computer, and then your TV can just output what your computer is seeing, and you can have it that way. So if you ever want to watch another device, you totally can do that. You can also select the audio language. Now, if we come at the top right, you can see that there is this little orb here, health, which is medium. If this is red, that means you cannot watch it. That means no one is currently, the way it works is people share the files to each other. But if no one's currently sharing it, that's what a seed is. A seed is someone who's sharing this file. That means that you can't watch it because no one can give it to you. However, what you could do is look at more and then find one that is working, but it's very rare. An important thing to realize is that immediately when a movie comes out or a film comes out, it won't be on Popcorn Time. The reason is Popcorn Time only serves the digital versions. That means if someone's gone into a movie theater, into the cinema, and took in a video camera and recorded the film, that won't be put on Popcorn Time. The only time the films and the TV series are put on Popcorn Time is when these films are uploaded onto sites like Amazon, or when they're uploaded on Netflix, and then people can come in and take them and upload them for you. So that means if a movie comes out and it's only in theaters for the first 100 days, that might mean it won't be on Popcorn Time for 100 days. Of course, it might get leaked online, in which case it would be put up here. But for most cases at least, it will not be here. So I'm going to go through here. You can see this is the series and also the anime. If you noticed earlier, it says here, seen and not seen. Now, unlike Netflix, unlike Amazon, these Popcorn Time doesn't have a way to recommend you these films. Instead, you can search by genre and also by trending. However, you might think you can't track what films you watched. Well, there's a service called Tracked, I think that's what it's called, which lets you configure what you've seen. So if I go to my settings and scroll down to the watch list, features watch list, I enable this, it'll bring me to Tracked, or I can log in and it will keep track of everything I've watched in there. There's also many other features you can log at in here. For example, remote control lets you control Popcorn Time through your phone, for example. And I believe you can also watch Popcorn Time on your other devices by making those devices connect to your computer. This is a little bit complex. I won't be getting into that, but that's something you can do. There's also some playback options here. And there is some other stuff as well. Lastly, before the video ends, there is some important thing you should know. If you're in America or in some other countries where your network activity is monitored a little bit more, or your ISP monitors it, I'm in the UK and I'm using Virgin Media. I've had no problems with them, but some of them, they can see whether you've been using Popcorn Time, whether you've been torrenting, is what it's called, these films. And what will happen is you might get a letter in your mail saying, we know you've been doing this, please stop. Especially if you're downloading it. I think if you're streaming it, it's a bit of a grey area. But if you can go press download. Downloading is a big no-no. Streaming it, I think is okay. However, to protect yourself, you can use a VPN if you wish. But for most people, this is unnecessary. I haven't been using one with Popcorn Time and I haven't gotten any trouble at all. However, that might just depend on your ISP. For example, in America, they have the ability to, scan everything, what you're doing on the internet, and the laws there are a lot more lax on what ISPs can do. If you're not aware, the ISP is the person who provides your internet. So, like I mentioned before, my ISP is Virgin Media. And when it comes to Popcorn Time, that's pretty much it for the basic level. So the main takeaways of this video is, if you're trying to install Popcorn Time, please don't do it by searching on Google Popcorn Time download. Instead, use this built-in tool within Windows, and at most you're running 2 commands, which I will have in the description. I will also have just the one command you need to run, which means you will 100% know you're getting the correct version and not some version that could have some malware in it and steal your information. But that's pretty much it.